Today's sloppy vibes with cute dresses, okay? Those are the vibes.
Yes.
How's the palm of Hey fam, welcome to Make It Vegan, where I show you traditionally non-veg dishes and make them deliciously vegan. I'm your host, Priyanka Naik. Today I have a guest that I'm sure you all know. She is known for her beautiful ASMR cooking videos. She's a vegan home cook and content creator, and she recently graduated college and is so accomplished. I'm so excited to share that my guest today is Halle Burns.
Yes.
Welcome.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm
Thank you for
excited.
coming to my home kitchen.
Thanks for inviting me.
Okay, so today we're gonna be making a rendition of an American dish that I've actually never eaten, Sloppy Joes. Can you describe a little bit about like what Sloppy Joes taste like?
Absolutely. It's like the messiest kind of sandwich you can ever eat. It's very tomatoey.
Okay.
It's traditionally made with ground beef.
Mm.
And it's called Sloppy Joe because it's not clean. Like there's no way to eat it without
Like
sauce dripping down your wrist.
For us in India, I'm from Mumbai, and we eat a lot of street food, and there's a street food called Pav Bhaji, which maybe you've eaten, but it's a very sloppy sandwich. It's like a vegetable masala filling on a toasted bun. It's dripping, you eat it with your hands, but it's vegetarian. And in fact, it's pretty much vegan by default, so I wanted to make an Indian sloppy joe with you today.
I cannot wait.
So first we need to make our Pav Bhaji masala. So I'm sure you've heard masala, masala this, masala that, but masala just means a culmination of spices. So you can get Pav Bhaji masala at an Indian grocery store, which is probably really easy and very college friendly, but we're gonna be making it from scratch. We're gonna use some whole cinnamon stick, but for this, we actually wanna just break it up because this is quite a bit.
Okay.
So I'm gonna need you to use all of your upper body strength and just give it a good like press down
I can't
with
wait.
the pesto.
Okay. Gosh.
Nice. That's perfect.
Yeah?
So see, like we have all these
Oh,
little
you can
pieces.
smell it.
Yeah, right? It smells so good. When you use whole spices versus ground, it makes such a difference. And we have a small skillet here that's on medium heat. And what we want to do is toast our spices. So do you mind adding all of our
Not at
spices?
all at once?
Yeah.
Okay.
So do you know what all these spices are?
I'd love for you to tell me. I think, is this cumin?
Cumin.
Okay.
Coriander.
pepper,
Red chili, that's
chilies.
spicy.
Cardamom.
Yeah, it's cardamom. And then
I'm not sure.
fennel,
Okay.
black pepper.
Black pepper. So what's the flavor profile of this spice?
This is very
mix?
warm and there's a little bit of heat.
Oh, okay.
And we want to make sure we toast it a bit so all of the natural oils can come out. And that's where you start like smelling the flavors and the aroma.
Oh, already.
Yeah. So you're just gonna move it around in the pan a
Amazing.
little bit.
Okay.
And we're just gonna toast it for like a minute or two. We really just want it to become fragrant.
Okay. I did culinary school in Goa, and a lot of our dishes.
You went to Goa?
I went to Goa.
Oh my God.
It was amazing.
What made you decide to go to Goa for culinary school? That is so cool.
Thank you. It was a vegan culinary school, and I really wanted to learn about vegan cooking in a place that I've never been before.
I love that. Okay, so this is smelling good. So we're gonna just take that off. We're gonna take our whole spices and we're gonna add it to the spice grinder. So we also have some ground spices, but we're gonna mix those in after because we don't wanna over process them. These, since we toasted, we wanna make sure to get all of those flavors out. So we're just gonna give it a quick, in our little bowl, we're gonna add our blended spices. Just take a whiff of that.
Wow.
Nice, right?
Yeah.
So here we have some Kashmiri red chili powder. So this actually isn't that spicy, it's more just for color. Then this is some ground mango powder. It's called umchur. So actually give it a little bit of a taste.
Mango powder.
It has like a tangy,
It does. It's
right?
a little sour.
Yes, so it adds that little bit like tang to balance out the heat. Obviously this is turmeric. This is star anise powder. So like, you know, Chinese five spice?
Yes.
That's like one of the main ingredients in that. And then ginger powder.
Oh, yum. It's so colorful.
Really, really nice color. I'm gonna just give it a little taste.
Good?
It's good. It tastes like Pav Bhaji.
Mm.
It's a little bit spicy. Okay, so next we wanna actually get working on our sloppy joe. First we wanna prep some ginger and garlic,
My favorite.
obviously. And I keep the peels on.
No way, why?
Because the peels are edible, and it's good for you and it's easier. Wow.
Yeah.
So I do like to take a little bit of like the harder portions off, just so they're not tough to eat. And I don't know if you do this when you cook, but I keep a little scrap bowl to just gather like all of the scraps.
Smart.
So I actually put all of my scraps in my Eco Pre-Mill.
What is that?
It's a food recycler.
Oh my gosh.
It's actually at the side there, and I'm gonna show it to you. But it's an at-home food recycler where you can put all of your scraps and it turns it into food grinds. Traditionally, Pav Bhaji is cooked with like a lot of ghee and a lot of butter. I actually have homemade vegan ghee, but I wanted to keep that kind of like buttery flavor. So we're just gonna add a nice tablespoon.
Lovely.
I never said this was a healthy dish. You wanna add in these onions
Yes.
for me? That's just diced white onions.
Easy.
I'm adding just some chopped Roma tomatoes.
Yum.
This is again gonna give that like tomatoey base that you mentioned like Sloppy Joe has. I have some boiled peel russet potatoes.
Fun.
This is gonna add some of that base and that hardiness to our Pav Bhaji. We're gonna wanna just squeeze these through our hands.
Oh, I'm a rice peeler now.
Yeah, exactly.
A
Into
rice
the
masher.
pot. This is like the easiest way to get it mushed up.
Is
Frozen
that-
mixed veggies, if you want to plop that right in.
Absolutely.
They've just been thawed. You can use any mix of vegetables in this, any mix of starch. Potato is just what's traditionally in it. This is just so easy to do.
I think a sloppy joe is convenient because it's
It's easy.
minimal ingredients.
Yeah, and it's like a one pot thing.
absolutely. And so is this.
Exactly.
Potatoes, onions, tomatoes, frozen vegetables.
Exactly.
I love it.
We're gonna add a little bit of tomato paste. So this is gonna add a little bit of that like rich tomato flavor. And then we wanna add some of our homemade.
Magic dust.
Yes, would you like to do the honors? I basically just do a little. All right, that's good. And the thing is, you can always add more. I don't know if you learned this when you were in school there, but a key to like Indian cooking is, maybe you noticed this, there's always salt, obviously. There's always some sort of acid, like lemon or lime, and then there's always a little bit of sugar
Yes.
to balance the flavors.
Sweet and spicy is very common.
Yes, very, very common. So we're actually gonna add a little bit of jaggery.
Oh.
It really adds a nice flavor and sweetness. It looks similar to a brown sugar, but it's not. Like if you taste it,
Yeah.
it doesn't really taste like brown sugar.
What is jaggery? A root?
It's made from sugar cane.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, it's nice.
Yeah, it's nice, right?
It's like a more caramelized brown sugar.
Exactly. So
little
we're gonna
lighter.
add a little bit in there. And then we're gonna put the lid on and just let it simmer and like really break down a little
Okay.
bit more. All right, so I'm gonna take our bhaji from our Pav Bhaji and let it simmer until it's nice and soft. So we have a very fun addition to our Pav Bhaji today.
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about our special edition?
Absolutely. So we're gonna use some brown lentils to make a lentil ground beef. So lentils are my favorite. They have so much protein, and because of their very neutral flavor, I feel like you can
Do a lot.
do so much
Yes,
with them. They're very
yes.
universal. These will kind of puff up and get crispy. So when you mix it with a sauce, it's a really good ground beef substitute.
So it's like you could eat it as is right now, but we want to get a little bit more texture on it.
Crisp,
Okay,
yeah.
great. Ooh.
Perfect. And you want these to be in a pretty even layer.
Okay, so we don't want it we don't want it overcrowded.
Right.
You can feel the texture of the crisp like against your spoon.
Oh yeah. And you can smell the toastiness
Yeah.
of them a little bit.
Ooh,
Oh, the smell.
Cheers.
I just want that in a bowl. I think I taste that mango
The
seasoning.
powder,
Yes,
right?
It's a little sour. That
It's
is so
good.
much flavor.
It's good. I approve.
I approve
It's
as well.
approved.
Oh my gosh.
There's a very special bread that we eat with Pav Bhaji. So Pav means bread and Bhaji means like vegetables.
Okay.
So the bread that we use is a special Pav Bhaji bread. It looks like two little butts. Isn't it so cute?
Yes.
But this is the bread you want to use. It obviously is very different from like Sloppy Joe bread, which I think is like hamburger buns.
It is like a hamburger bun.
Okay.
Is the texture different?
This is fluffier.
Okay.
But we want to slice these in half and get them toasted. So this is just softened vegan butter.
On this one? Maybe?
That's good. Yeah, we could do the other side, and then I also put a little butter in the pan.
Okay.
My mom would be very proud. Because every time we're home, we're like, don't put too much, don't put too much. And then I'm like, beautiful.
Love it.
It's like you've done this before.
It reminds me of that, you know, that little graphic that bumps into TV screen corners that you can just
Oh,
watch?
yeah. It's kind of connected.
It
so
is.
It's like, just do it
Oh,
like
perfect.
this. Yep.
Those look perfect.
Nice golden. So we're gonna use some pomegranate, some fresh coriander, and also a little bit of lime for our garnish. So would you mind cutting a cheek?
A cheek?
of lime?
Is that, huh?
Yes, correct. That was a test and you passed.
Yes.
I usually tend to cut cheeks because then you avoid the seeds.
Smart. It looks like an easier squeeze, too.
Yes, exactly. It's a much juicier squeeze. So we have our bows here, our little breads.
Delicious.
You can also use a ciabatta. You can use honestly whatever bread you have on hand. Okay, before we plate and devour our face into this delicious Pav Bhaji, remember I was telling you that I have something to break down all of my food scraps?
Yes, I want to hear about this.
So I named her the Eco Pre-Mill. Basically, you could put all of your food scraps from cooking, leftovers in there, and it breaks it down into food grinds, and it has no smell.
Oh my gosh.
Do you want to see it?
Yeah, let's go. It looks like a trash can.
Yeah, isn't it sleek? Onion peels, literally every scrap you can think of is in there.
I like the way it smells weirdly.
Right?
Yes.
I love that noise.
Yum.
That squishy, mushy,
Tidy Joe.
colorful Joe. I really want to know who Joe is. Can someone tell me who Joe is?
know.
Who's Sloppy Joe?
And why wasn't he cleaner?
Yeah, why is he so sloppy? Man.
I think this is such a pretty garnish.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, it's literally, when it's pomegranates in season with Indian food, it's all over it.
Oh
Like,
my
we put it on
gosh.
everything. And when I go home, when I'm with my parents, I'm just asking my mom to put pomegranate. I'm like, can I put pomegranate on this? Can I put pomegranate on that? And then we want to take the lentils.
Yes. I'm excited for you to try these.
I
They do have
know.
a little bit of crisp to them. You
Sweet.
can hear.
Mm-hmm. It's so cool. We're gonna add our lentil
Sprinkle.
ground beef. Like me saying beef in a sentence with eating is just so funny. And then the last thing, some more fresh coriander.
Yum. I like that you cut the stems.
Yeah, we eat everything. No waste life here.
Mm-mm.
We just gently add the lid. And there's our little Pav Bhaji.
They're beautiful.
Are we ready?
I'm so ready.
The moment of truth.
Yes.
Oh God.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh my god. I would pay New York prices for this thing.
Yeah.
It's the texture is amazing. I like that you can like break apart
Mhm.
the bread.
Mm-hmm. So the bread's fluffy. You have the like mushy, sloppy interior. So is this what a sloppy Joe tastes like?
It's so much better.
You heard it here first, people. So good.
Indian sloppy Joe. I need this universally. Like I need this everywhere.
Also, the crispy lentils on this add an amazing texture and adds more protein,
Mm-hmm.
which I love.
And I like that it is still sloppy. It is still what the recipe is, like fundamentally,
That
but
was sloppy.
better. All right,
Satisfied?
satisfied. If you don't mind, I'm gonna take this, maybe
Oh.
put some sweatpants on, and
Are you
Yeah.
leaving?
yeah, I think maybe I'll just grab
Oh,
these.
okay.
It was nice to see you. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Make It Vegan. I hope it left you craving something sloppy and delicious. Make sure to tune in next week to see what else we whip up.